What's up, guys? Thank you as always for stopping by the channel. I hope you're all doing fantastic out there. Today here we're going to discuss The Haunting of Bly Manor, coming to Netflix on October 9th. This is the next chapter in Mike Flanagan's The Haunting Anthology series, and it hopes to deliver on some of the same sinister supernatural moments that The Haunting of Hill House provided. So let's dive into this follow-up series to see if it's able to succeed. The story here is set in 1980s England at Bly Manor when a young American woman is hired as the new au pair for orphan siblings Flora and Miles. The estate's cook, the groundskeeper, and the housekeeper are all that reside in this massive home, and it isn't long before this new au pair begins to experience things she cannot explain as dark secrets from this home's long storied history begin to slowly unearth themselves. Now, I thoroughly did enjoy The Haunting of Hill House and how it relied more on layered storytelling and characters that had their own unique complexities, with the more traditional horror elements, I guess you could say, being really just the perfect complement to it all. The grim tone and the atmosphere overall in that series was just nicely woven, and that was what I hoped for when going into The Haunting of Bly Manor. And after watching, I do think it delivered on much of what I had hoped for, while at the same time managing to deliver it in a completely different package than what I was expecting. Now, I'm not going to go into spoilers at all, but I will say just the tone in this series was much different than what I was anticipating, yet at the same time, the story still did feel like it fit into the same world of the Haunting Anthology. Admittedly, this tone at first was something that I was unsure of, but as the story progressed and my intrigue was just naturally pulled into the mystery of this home and this interesting collection of characters, I was locked in regardless. I think the drama between the characters outweighs the sinisterness of the story, but it still captures those supernatural moments that you do go into this series just naturally hoping to see. It wasn't necessarily that same haunted house style ride that I thought Hill House was, but the emotional resonance inside the walls of Bly Manor delivered a fascinating mystery that grows more ominous with each story wrinkle that's peeled back, yet at the same time, with that connection that you get to the characters and their lives inside this home, it actually results in a story that's able to kind of hit a bit at the heartstrings as well. Where, for me at least, that was something that I didn't feel so much in Hill House. So for this being the next chapter in a sense, I liked the fact that it didn't simply deliver another version of that first chapter. This one I thought very much stands on its own foundation and can certainly be watched independently of Hill House without losing much depth in the overall world of the anthology series, because it has its own creative ambition. Now, I will say I thought the series had some pacing issues. I thought the first 3 episodes were excellent. They captured the mood and the atmosphere of Bly Manor that really lured me in very quickly. It balances the characters nicely to create that connection with them that in turn builds to curiosity and intrigue, and I thought the final 3 episodes were great as well, and overall the closing of this story I thought was very elegantly done. The middle 3 episodes, on the other hand, were a little slow for me. The story felt a little muddled in places due to the plot still building a lot of the layers of its mystery at that time, and overall that section of the story, for me at least, could have been cleaned up a little bit. From where the story begins and where it ultimately ends, looking back, it just felt these few episodes had a slight feeling of being filler as the story kind of circles around itself just a tad. It loses some of that forward movement and that compelling vibe that the first few episodes built very well. I thought the performances were all solid. Everybody was nicely cast. Everybody poured into their roles nicely to create appealing characters you just kind of want to learn more about. The dialogue overall was tightly written. It was concise. It had that needed charm to capture the personalities of the characters, and I think with the delivery from the cast, they only heighten the already good writing to just capture your imagination, not only in the characters, but in the time and the setting and the place as well. The series builds the story and the characters evenly for the most part. It's easy to escape into this as the viewer. The production design was elegant. Bly Manor was the perfect playground for this foreboding mystery, and watching the story progress inside of this very cold but beautiful home I thought was a nice appealing combination. So in the end, I enjoyed this series. The Haunting of Bly Manor is going to get a solid 80% on the meter. Like I said, the middle 3 episodes could have been tidied up a little bit. It feels like it lingers in the wrong places for too long during these episodes, but it wasn't a deal breaker. I also would have liked some added moments of fright and horror, I guess you could say, but that's just really a small nitpick from my expectations going in, because this was a solid follow-up chapter and certainly worth checking out if you liked A Haunting of Hill House or if you're interested in what this trailer delivered. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I'd love to talk movies with you guys. Share it with your friends, and without question, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can never miss a video. Here are some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them. All my social media links and the link to our official website are down in the description below, and I'll catch you next time.